Side hustles for the broken lazy. Fuck off. Because if you're broken lazy, you cannot hustle. That's the whole point.
Not this arrogant little twat that thinks he's owed everything. I used to think I was owed everything by the world.
If you say aspire to be someone, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds great. But if you say fake it till you make it, oh no, that's cheap.
Preparation meets opportunity. Manifest it, prepare for it, in case one day it comes knocking.
This notion of getting rich quick. Do this, and you'll earn 10 grand a month in 2 months.
The Untold Podcast is proudly sponsored by Aura Surfaces, specialists in luxury surfaces for extraordinary spaces. Like creating dream homes, building a dream life takes work. That's why we had to get behind this podcast. Real stories, real challenges, and real success. Let's get into it.
I hated the phrase side hustle. I still hate it today. But I've got to use it because it indexes well and it gets me reach.
Yeah.
I hate that. Side hustles for the broken lazy. Fuck off. Because if you're broken lazy, you cannot hustle. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
The other thing that drives me mad is this notion of getting rich quick. Do this, and you'll earn 10 grand a month in 2 months. Yeah.
Now, if it works, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you get rich quick, you will lose it very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Mentally, you're not ready to earn 10 grand a month. You're not. One of the reasons why I'm so glad it took me 2 to 3 years, and even that's quick on the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Is because it gave me the time to go to therapy, to be ready for success. Yeah. Because dealing with failure and dealing with success, they both come with their own fucking mental struggles, which we're going to explore and listen.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, "Oh, he was so lucky. He was so lucky." Now, my definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Absolutely right.
You got to prepare for it. You got to prepare for. Like, I've prepared for meeting you guys because I've built a studio. You've prepared for meeting Chris because you've got. Do you know what I mean? And we're all preparation meets opportunity. Manifest it. Prepare for it in case one day it comes knocking.
Exactly, mate. In a previous life, 6 months prior to this, the phone call you and I had, we wouldn't have ended up having that conversation that led down that road. No. It would have been me saying, "Can you send the prices through? Nice one." That's it, done.
That's it. And because I didn't send the prices because I was so busy, and I thought, oh, look, I've got to ring him. I'm going to pick up the phone to him. And we got chatting, and I said, well, hold on a minute. Let's do this. And then we had a few chats, and then he had a few chats with you, and we said, right, let's meet up and let's do it. And
I had a pint of Guinness in my hand, and he went, "Should we meet up and have a Guinness?" I had one in my hand in the kitchen.
Yeah. When we walked in the pub and we don't know each other and we're all looking like, and I was like, "You have a Guinness, please." "Yeah, I'll have one.
Done. That's it.
And that was a relationship made in heaven.
Yeah.
But no, I feel that this podcast, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about. I feel I've got a wealth of knowledge. I feel you have.
I'm making it up as I go along, mate. But yeah,
well, fake it till you make it is the thing, isn't it?
Well, that's what I've done for 42 years.
Yeah, that's it. I've learned that that's not a negative thing. Again, it's one of those things. Oh, he's faking it. Anyone that gets promoted in any job ever is faking it. But if you put fancy words behind it, it changes the meaning entirely.
Proper faking it.
Yeah, right.
Proper faking it.
Yeah. If you say aspire to be someone, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds great. But if you say fake it till you make it, oh no, that's cheap. Bollocks, it's the same fucking phrase.
But it's me. We're tendering for a project now. It's the biggest project ever, and I'm like, it's a bit daunting. Like,
of course it is,
because of the money involved and everything involved. But I know I can do it if I dedicate the time and I want to do it. I can do it.
Exactly right, mate.
And I feel that that's something that you've dedicated the time, and it's taken you a hell of a long time, but you're doing it. You dedicated the time, it's taking you, but you're doing it. Yeah. And I feel compounding that, when I said that front foot forward every single day, you compound that over a year and it's phenomenal. Right. I used to be like, right, I'm here. I want to have £1 million by the end of the year. And this is a story. I said to my mate, he was a bit down. I said, look, where do you want to be in a year? He said, I want to be a millionaire. I said, that's bullshit, mate. What? Okay. How are you going to get to be a millionaire? I don't know. That's your target to become a millionaire. How do you define that? Is that £1 million in profit? Is that £1 million in turnover? I don't know. Just a millionaire. I said, all right then. So if you hit 900,000, you're going to be disappointed. If you set your goal at £1 million and you might not go over it, so you might cap yourself at it. I said, what does your life want to look like in a year's time? Not whether you want to be a millionaire, because that's just monetary. And then he said, oh, okay, well, I'd like to be able to not have to work shift work where I'm working. I'd like to be able to spend a bit more time with the family. I'd like to not have to work weekends. I was like, okay, there you go. Now, how do you get to that? What do you need to do to get to that? Okay, well, I can go and ask for promotion at work, speak to my boss, do this, do that. And he went down a couple of different avenues, and now he's doing all right for himself.
Yeah, that's it, mate. The best analogy I heard there is you don't walk into a deli and ask for a sandwich.
Mm.
What bread? What do you want in your sandwich? What bits of the salad do you want? You know, and it's the more detailed your order, the more aligned you can put yourself to the goals that you're setting. But you're exactly right. It's not about the money. It's about what the money represents. It's so important. It's so important.
So that's what's like going back to what I said earlier on about I was always chasing money. I think there's probably a handful of people that I've ever met in my entire life. They chase it, they'll get it. You know, there's a few people out there. We know somebody, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, if they want money, they'll go and get it the following day.
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as that. It just comes to them because that's the way they think.
Yeah.
I used to chase money and never had any. Didn't have a penny to my name. Was always in debt, always on my overdraft, everything. The minute I slowed myself down and started believing in myself, you come across a better person. You come across like you're not this arrogant little twat that thinks he's owed everything. I used to think I was owed everything by the world because the stuff I went through when I was a teenage boy and everything. I thought, do you know what? One day I'm going to get everything I've ever wanted. But it doesn't work like that. You know, you've actually got to work your nuts off to get somewhere. And with the TikTok, it was the belief in myself. My missus said to me, like, why are you still doing this? And I believe in you. Like, she's like my biggest fan, you know, like, I believe in you, but why are you doing it? You're not gaining anything from it. You're spending money. I was buying, like, I built a shed. Like, I bought a shed, cost me $1,000, built a studio in it and everything. I'd made about 100 quid on TikTok, you know? But I believe there was something there. I just kept believing and believing and believing. And then...
Again, you prepared, you manifested that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you prepared for it along the way.
But I didn't ever believe anything I was going to do was going to achieve anything before that point. I woke up one morning and must have just thought, now's the day where I'm going to start believing in myself and start doing things. So you've got to believe in yourself. Like, listening to you talking, you believe everything you're saying is what is happening and what is going to happen. And I've spoken to you loads already, and it's obvious that you believe that because you made a bloody YouTube channel about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that was fairly recent. It took me a long time. I was brought up and I grew up hating money, hating it. I had to sort of come to terms with that and then learn how to love money. Because growing up, again, Dad was a postman, Mum worked as a receptionist at a doctor's surgery. We never had anything. And it was always, the rich, they all sold their soul to get there. All of it. And even playing Monopoly as a kid. You win at Monopoly, what you're actually doing is slowly breaking every person around the boardroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a horrible way to learn about money.
Yeah. It's inequality, isn't it?
It is.
It's in every part of life.
There's no quick win in Monopoly. You slowly break the heart of everybody that you play.
Yeah.
It's horrible. There's always tears in
And
Monopoly.
that's all money is, and it's an exchanging from that person to that person, then that person to that person, and then someone will have enough, they can hold on to it.
Yeah.
And it sort of disappears. Like, I listened to that Gary Stevenson the other day. Phenomenal bloke.
I just bought his book. It's good.
Yeah, phenomenal bloke. And he said about COVID, and I was like, Jesus, he's right. And I've never looked at it that way. I've never looked at it. But anyway, going back to this whole journey thing, I used to focus on the end destination, and it was almost like there was a motorway. That was it. That was it. When you get there, you put in your sat nav now. Right, I want to go to Barcelona in the car. Sat nav's going to take you there, and then it might be a crash there, and then it'll take you there, and then you go that way, and then that road's closed, or you don't want to go through tolls, and you'll get there eventually. But enjoy the journey.
Exactly. You never see the destination on a sat nav. This is the thing. You only see the next junction.
Yeah.
And you keep going and keep going and keep going. I completely agree.
I know what I'm going to get from this podcast. I'm going to become really deep. There's a lot of deep thoughts between you two.
There are, yeah, I love it.
I quite like this. Yeah.
I like going deep.
Yeah. It's not, well, yeah, I mean...
We're back to putting that sausage in my mouth, aren't we?
Oh dear, innuendos.
Oh, what was the point I was going to make? I had one. Oh, that's right. This whole concept that a task might be daunting, this fake it till you make it, aspire to be something. Again, when I got started with this thing, we took 100 quid out of the joint and we topped it up to 200. If you had said to me, right, not only are you going to achieve the challenge, the boy that you're following on Instagram to learn how to sell on Amazon, you're actually going to be business partners with that kid. Amazing. You're going to be hosting and running 2 banging podcasts. You're going to be hosting live events where people all over the country are going to come and pay money to see you speak.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. And it would have crumbled me early doors then. But when you come up to a task that you might think, well, am I ready for that? Then why not you? Why not me?
It's that belief again, isn't it?
It is that belief. And I was insecure before I went on that stage. One of the things, mate, and you said it, is how comfortable I appear to be on there. I come to terms pretty early on that any insecurity that I've got, that I'm overweight, that I might look like this, that I talk with a dodgy accent, I can't pronounce my THs, all that crap. Everyone else has got insecurities about themselves and they're so worried about their own, they don't project any of theirs on you.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is go, I don't give a fuck who I am. This is who I am.
That's it. And there's too many people that do give too much of a fuck what other people think.
Exactly, and it holds them back.
And it holds them back. And they're trying to be this person. I was that person. I was trying to be this person that I wasn't, putting a shirt on to do a video for the bit. Now, hold on a minute. That's not me. I like to be comfy. I can be professional. I'm knowledgeable. If you want me to walk in, it's like that Zelensky thing the other day. If you want me to walk into a meeting wearing a 3-piece suit, no, I'm not interested. I was going to go on The Apprentice. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I watch it every time and I'm like, this is painful. I'm going to go on it.
So do we. We watch it every time and all.
And I got on and I got short and they like, keep messaging me like, you need to come for the interview. You need to. And I was like, do you know what, actually? I don't want to do that. That's not me. And I watched it the other day and they're all running around looking for products, wearing 3-piece suits, uncomfortable. And I'm just like, nah, that's not for me. I don't. And it would have either made me or break me. But to be fair, I'd much rather sit here chatting to you two and the guests we get in about life. I think I learn a hell of a lot more than going on something like that.
I don't think I could add it. It's so orchestrated to make you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And I couldn't deal with that.
Where they say, right, get yourself to Chelmsford and find out what a Chelmsford T-Hawk is. And I'm shouting at the screen going, Google it.
Ask ChatGPT. Yeah.
But you're not allowed your phones.
We've the site that I'm working on currently, the Chippy's daughter is actually currently on it.
Is she?
Yeah. I'll talk to you later on about it off a microphone for obvious reasons. But you wouldn't want to go on there, mate. It's not ideal.
I couldn't, yeah.
I said, my mate Lee messaged me on the first episode of this series going, you should go on The Apprentice. I went, I couldn't do it, mate. I said, if I got a phone call saying, Lord Sugar's going to pick you up in 10 minutes, tell him I'm having a pony.
Tell him I'll get a cab, I'll see him later on.
I mean, some of it, we talk about it with the team upstairs and they're like, right, you've got to go on and you've got to design this. I mean, the last one was an Easter egg. Oh my God. Oh, I've got marketing experience. I've got branding experience. You fucking what? Where'd you learn it? Play school. Yeah. Cartoon characters on the thing. And I'm like, nah. No, I know everybody said, you should do it, mate. You should do it. And it was my mum that actually said, she said, Ash, you don't need that. You do not need to be going on The Apprentice.
No.
Like, do not do it. And it was her little in my back of my head. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it because I'm going to go on the BBC programme. And I was like, no, I'm not. My mum's right. My mum was corporate. She was in London. She was done very well for herself. And she was like, no, you don't. They'll make you look like a dickhead.
Yeah.
And the more I watch it, I'm like, there is no way that these people have managed to get on it, but they're that thick.
Yeah, no, exactly right. I'm sure they're all very successful. There was a geezer last year who made it to the final, even though he lost every single task to get him there. I don't know if you remember, his name was Phil.
Yeah. Was he the dentist man?
No. So when he came out with his name and he said he lived in West Sussex, me and Claire twigged. He's like, he runs Turner's Pies. There's about 6 Turner's Pies in Worthing, all banging ratings.
Yeah.
And he got made to look like a fucking idiot for 15 weeks in a row. And you know he's not. Yeah. He's a really successful family-run business.
Maybe we'll get in touch with him and get him on the podcast.
Actually, that's a good shout.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
The only thing I probably ever went on was Big Brother. That's about my limit. I'm trying to get myself on something.
Did you go on Big Brother?
No. I got to the final stages of one of the first ever one. Yeah, and then at that time I had a pay-as-you-go mobile and lost it. So they never got hold of me because they couldn't.
It wasn't right, mate. It wasn't right for you.
I was on a game. I was on Who Dares Wins with Nick Knowles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that National Lottery BBC One one.
Yeah.
Bombed
Right.
out.
I've not been on anything like that.
Oh,
Been
God.
on
Not
Towie.
been on anything.
Yeah, you've been on Towie.
Little cameo on Towie.
Did you?
Yeah, the only way is Marbs.
Anyways.
With Bobby.
And he was in the back like this. I'm on the telly!
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, went out and bought a new shirt because you had to wear a certain style. Cost me a fortune.
Opportunity. Got drunk, saw him filming, and I just bombed it.
Yeah, no, that was actually a really funny night, to be fair. Me and my missus got really drunk and ended up actually spending the whole evening with all of the cast afterwards.
really?
Yeah, it was really
I'll
fun.
tell you what I went on.
I bet they're good crack, aren't they?
I've got some good pictures, mate. Really good pictures.
What was that program? 24 hours. Not 24 hours in police custody. 24-hour makeover or something with Peter Andre.
Oh, 60-minute makeover.
60-minute makeover, that's it. I did 60-minute makeover at a care home in Burgess Hill. Now, it was the most weirdest thing in the world. They got all the trucks there and all the presenters. It was probably the hottest day of the year, but we were filming the Christmas special.
Oh,
Don't forget you signed an NDA for that programme, probably.
No, I don't
Be
think
careful
I
what you
did.
say.
I don't
Peter Andre would have only lived around the corner in those days as well, wouldn't he? He was ditchling boy at those days, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I remember we were there knocking up adhesive, and Peter's come in and he's like tried to knocking up this adhesive with this drill, and it's gone all over him and stuff. It was carnage.
Dick to singing,
But-
Sam.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the only TV program I've ever been on. About 6 years ago, the Christmas special 60-minute makeover at a care home,
man.
and I had about 4.5 seconds in it covering Peter Andre in adhesive.
Now I've got a picture of it on the wall in your house. Peter Andre's signature.
Yeah.
Right, boys, we'll call it a day there. It's not bad for an introduction session.
Yeah.
Went down some tangents, but that's what we're going to do, I think,
Yeah.
on this show.
Yeah, it's untold, unedited, and no filters.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
That one was fairly soft, I think.
I think it would.
Who knows?
But I've got a feeling they're going to get to know versions of us that they might not be aware of
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the meantime.
Who
You
knows
might
where
not
it's gonna
even
go.
be aware of either, yeah.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think by bringing on guests and stuff, I think that'll be add another dynamic in.
Definitely.
Oh, my God, yeah. We got big plans for this podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be wicked, and we're all going to have fun, and everybody's going to have fun on the journey.
Damn right.
And hopefully, we'll help some people out.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to help ourselves as well.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's what we're here for at the end of the day.
That's it.
Ourselves and other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Take care.
See you in a bit.
See you guys.